What is up, everybody? We are live outside the cage. It is Thursday. We are 2 sleeps away from the Sugar Show. 2 sleeps away. We just got done with the press conference. I'm assuming you watched it because you just asked me about it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly,
I think Aljo's a little rattled.
you thought so? With all the yelling and
I
stuff, and
thought
just
so,
like
bro.
I saw that in the
Yeah.
comments.
It's little,
And
little out of
oh no,
character.
I
Little
lost you there for a little
out of
bit. The
character.
lag.
For real.
Shit, you might have to repeat that one. I didn't catch you there.
My fault. I was breaking up. Are we good? We're here.
Let's see. It looks like we are now.
Gotta get
It's
this
always
Wi-Fi
the first
fixed, man.
like 30
Get this Wi-Fi
seconds.
fixed. Yeah, but I just yeah. It takes a while to settle. But yeah, I just felt like Sugar was calm, cool, and collected. Like it was just kind of his world, and then I just felt like Aljo was just a little out of character. Like everything kind of got under his skin. I feel like he definitely I definitely think he doesn't like Sugar, and like I don't think Sugar like cares. Like I don't think Sugar like doesn't not like him. Like obviously he's fighting him, but like you can't fight with emotion. I feel like, and so I feel like I don't know. I just told me a lot. I came away from the press conference confident. Still obviously I've been confident, but I came away confident. I'm not like, oh, there wasn't anything, but yeah, I'm just fucking ready to roll, bro. Just fucking ready to get to
Dude,
it.
yeah. I mean, I think one takeaway I had from it is that Sugar's just not very good at being mean to people. He's just like outside of the cage, he's just a nice dude. He doesn't like to be an asshole. Like he will to hype up his character and he'll throw some roast, but I don't know, he's just not a big shit talker. It's not his thing. I heard him say that he was gonna try and link up with Theo, get better at comedy, get better at the press conferences, but he's a superstar anyway. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, and I think too, like we talk about these press conferences all the time, is just like don't try to be someone you're not. Like if that's who you are, it's who you are. Like just be, you know what I say, my saying, be who you are. So if he came out here and he was like super cringy and trying to talk shit when it wasn't working, like then we'd be like, but no, I mean he is who he is, we rock.
He just sat there, calm, collected, cool, looked like a killer.
He looks good, bro. He looks really good. He's dialed. I feel fucking great. I just hit the bag. I was working on my fucking flying knees. Spoiler alert. Spoiler, that's how I think it ends. But anyway, let's get into the card. Let's kick things off with the vet, the legend, GM3 fighting Andre Petrovsky. Andre Petrovsky minus 240, Jeremy Sher plus 200. Fucking 50 damn near fights, 51 fights for GM3. Andre Petrovsky only 9-2. Yeah, I'll start things off here. I like GM3 in this. We'll go through the official bets at the end of all this. We'll just kind of pick some winners now, but I think that Petrovsky likes to go to the ground too. Obviously, GM3 wants to go to the ground. He has 27 submissions out of his 35 wins. So I think if it gets to the ground, like why not take your chances on GM3 there? I think if it's a grappling match, give me GM3. So, I like GM3 in this. He's not old, 35. He's not old. So yeah. I'll take GM3 here to kick things off for the night.
I'm gonna be going with the chalk on this one. I think Petrovsky is gonna be a good. Obviously, he's a really good grappler, but I just think he's younger, stronger, more explosive. I wanted to pick GM3 here. Maybe on the day of, I'll be feeling it after a couple 805 cervezas. I'll sprinkle a little bit GM3 by submission.
I got the ice chest for you today, brother, too. So, pull up with your cases.
Boy, man. It's a holiday. It's really a holiday. But, yeah, give me Petrovsky by, honestly, I kind of think, let me get my odds up real quick. I don't know, bro, because now that I think about it, like, I don't think GM3 gets subbed. Just
And
give
is
me
Petrosky that great on the feet?
I don't think so. No, give me a stay away here, honestly. Give me a stay
All right,
away.
we'll talk you into GM3 plus 200 by the end of the
I'm a
show.
GM3 guy. It could happen.
We'll talk you into it. Our next fight, tough finale, Cody Gibson versus Brad Katona. Got a little chippy towards the end of Tough. That's kind of the best episode of Tough. I think that was my favorite episode.
I don't know if I texted you or not, but yeah, I was gonna say favorite episode by a mile for that one.
They got a little chippy. Brad Katona definitely is kind of annoying. You've said that you don't really like him. I guess we'd have to know, for me, how long ago was this fight where he tore his MCL. I think that's a big unknown. But Brad Katona likes to go to decision. He kind of like Cody Gibson was saying, he doesn't really want to fight. He wants to wrestle you and lay on you and try to just squeak out a victory. I think Cody Gibson definitely brings the fight to him, but I don't know. I kind of tough for me here because I want Cody Gibson to win it, but then also I think Brad Katona can pull it off. So Brad Katona minus 182, Cody Gibson plus 145. I'll stay away here, but if I had to pick a winner, I'd probably say Brad Katona, the Canadian Irishman.
Whatever the fuck he is. I am rocking with Cody Gibson here. 805, got to represent. I know he's up in slow. They're kind of, I wouldn't say they're rivals with Santa Barbara, but, we kind of fight for who's the best over here. I think it's Santa Barbara, obviously. But, yeah, man, give me Cody Gibson. They don't have the odds out on my book yet for methods, but I would do Cody Gibson by TKO.
No, we're gonna take the plus money, and we're gonna take, if you're gonna bet it, you're gonna take the plus money, and you're gonna take the plus money. You don't need to get cute.
That's why I love having you on here, man. You're always reeling me back in,
Yeah, we don't need to do all that.
Yep, so give me Cody Gibson money line.
All right. Our next tough finale at lightweight, we have Kurt Holloway coming off his classic tough fight versus Austin Hubbard. Kind of fought early in the show, so we didn't get to see him the last couple of weeks. Austin Hubbard is minus 175, Kurt Holloway plus 150. I like the over here in the rounds. I don't think any of these guys can finish each other, but I just like Hubbard being a little bit more technical, a little bit more accurate in winning 2 out of 3 rounds. And I think I like a 29-28 Austin Hubbard here.
Ooh, I'm honestly right. I'm right with you there. I love Holloway's fighting style, but I think Hubbard's just experienced enough to not engage in that firefight with Holloway because that's what he wants. That's what he's best at. So, yeah, give me Hubbard. Maybe I'll say Hubbard by decision plus 155 on my book. I like that.
You got a little better odds than me there. I like that.
Might have to come over.
Kind of something like they said. I was listening to, I'm not going to say his name because you don't like the guy, but he was saying, like, with these vets that win, they've already been in the UFC. They're a little bit older. So it's like, do they fight top 15 right away? Do they throw them some, like, rookies because they've already fought rookies? Like, kind of this has, like, been their test. So it's like, who do you throw them, Do you throw Austin Hubbard a top 15, Karl a top 15 guy if they win?
I feel like you have to, honestly, because, this is way different from a normal tough winner. It's not like they have a whole career in the UFC ahead of them. Realistically, you got to go. You got to be on your Michael Chandler shit right here. Not here for a long time. You're here for a good time.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe like I don't know. I was going to say maybe like a Jalen Turner, but I was thinking he might have to move up to welterweight, dude.
He might, yeah.
Missed weight by a lot.
Yeah. It might have been purposeful. Never know.
True. Little Jeff Neal bag.
Yeah.
Against Shavkat.
Yeah. Our next fight of the night, we got Gregory Rodriguez minus 350 versus Dennis. I don't know how to say the last name. He's a Russian. Gregory Rodriguez, 31 years old. Dennis is 35. I like Dennis here to win early. Dennis, I'm sorry. Scratch that. I like Gregory to win here early. Just bigger, stronger. Kind coming off a loss, yes, but he's been a little bit better. I mean, you got to look at Dennis is 11-7. It's not very good it's not very good if you're a pro fighter. So yeah, give me Gregory here. I like Gregory here in the first round.
I like that as well. I haven't been dialing into this fight too much, honestly. It doesn't excite me a whole lot, but I'll take the chalk on this one as well. I don't know if I'm going to go first round just because I haven't dove in enough, but I'll be throwing Gregory in some parlays.
I like it. This is where it gets interesting, folks. Chris All-American Weidman making his return at plus 220 versus Brad Tavares minus 270. Kind of feel a little disrespectful here towards Chris Weidman. I like Brad Tavares in this fight, but I feel like the minus 270 is just crazy for a guy who's lost back-to-back fights. Lost 3 out of his last 5 fights. So I don't know. I feel like disrespect is there to Weidman. Spoiler, like I said, I do like Tavares, but I don't like the line. I think if I liked Weidman a little bit more, if he wasn't coming off injury, obviously that's part of it. But I would throw a little at plus 270, but I like Tavares to win this fight here.
Dude, I want to bet on Weidman so bad because I feel the same exact way as you that this line should be way closer. It's just one of those where if I don't bet it, I'm going to be kicking myself for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, Weidman, it's not like he was exactly on a roll either before he got hurt. He was coming off of 1 win against Omari Akhmedov, which wasn't a terrible win, but Akhmedov isn't even in the UFC anymore. And before that fight, he had lost to Reyes, Souza, beat Gastelum. I mean, I guess he has just been fighting like top guys, though.
Yeah.
And we've seen with Tavares that he is a dog. He puts on fun fights, but he's not a top guy in that division. So I think I'm going with Weidman here, money line. I just think his experience, just championship medal inside of him, he's going to want to get back on he's not done yet. But we also haven't seen anyone be successful after a leg break injury like the one that he had.
Agree. It's tough. I hope he gets. Honestly, I hope he goes out there and gets the W. I hope he does.
And I saw Uncle Chael say he was probably just gaslighting, but you know how Weidman and Aljo are teammates.
Bro, that was hilarious. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. Where does he come up with that shit?
I just had to say. He said, if Weidman loses, the morale is going to be a lot lower in Aljo's corner.
He's like, I'm not saying it matters, but you gotta think about it. Bro, and then he said that Aljo and Sugar fight was a pick'em. Did you hear him say that?
Yes. He said, yeah, we got Sean versus O'Malley. It's about a pick'em.
Bro, he's hilarious. He's like, hey, I don't know. He said the Sugar team, Tim Welch only has Sugar there.
And he said Sugar has no teammates on the card, but he has Batista on the main card.
Does Tim corner him though?
I don't think he does, but I mean, I'm sure they'll be together in the back, and Sugar's definitely going to be watching, and he'll be like sad if he loses and happy if he wins. I think Sugar's dialed enough though. Like I heard Tim saying it in an interview with Ariel that Sean has a special talent to just go out there and perform no matter what. He doesn't really let stuff impact him.
Shouts Tim Welch, bro. Going up against Ray Longo and Matt Serra, it's tough.
Yeah, bro, probably top 5 coaches of all time. Like they've been running stuff.
A lot at stake for the Sugar crew, bro. A lot at stake. It's just what brings the more anticipation to this. So we'll get there. Let's get to this one. 2 guys Sugar has fought: Marlon Chito Vera versus prelim Pedro Munoz. Marlon Vera is minus 200, Pedro Munoz plus 170. I personally here am all over Chito here to win this fight. 6 years younger. I think he's just better. I think he's in his prime. I think the Sandhagen fight, I think he kind of learned from it. He's still won 4 of his last 5 fights. I'm all over Chito money line, but I think a lot of people are sleeping on the under 2.5. That's like plus 300. And then also Chito by knockout, because I feel like Chito After that Sandhagen fight, obviously it wasn't the most entertaining fight. It was kind of boring. He started slow. This is a 3-rounder. Let's keep that in mind. This is a 3-round. He hasn't had a 3-rounder in a minute.
Yeah.
Well, I think he knows, one, already he has to start faster than he normally does. And two, if he goes out and puts Pedro away in convincing fashion in an entertaining way and Sugar wins, he knows that's his title shot. So I think Cheeto has to go out and knock this dude out. I think that's his mindset. So I think a lot of people are sleeping on that Cheeto by knockout plus 400, then the under 2.5 rounds at like plus 300, wherever you can find it. But yeah, I'm all over Cheeto here. If I'm up, honestly, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if I'm up on the night, I might throw the whole bankroll on Cheeto money line.
Wow.
Yeah.
You sold me right there. I was thinking, I definitely had that thought that Cheeto's going to go out there with something to prove after that last fight against Sandhagen, just never really stepping on the gas. But Munoz is definitely no Sandhagen. We've seen Sandhagen. I mean, we just saw him neutralize Rob Font worse than he did Cheeto. And yeah, Cheeto's going to come out with a sense of urgency. And on top of that, this is a title eliminator for him and not for Pedro. So that's kind of, I don't know if it's extra motivation, but it's not going to hurt.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I kind of like, wow, dude. Yeah, Cheeto by KO. Those odds are good. Yeah. I guess Pedro has never been finished by. Yeah, wow, dude. But I mean, Father Time beats everybody in this sport, unless your name is John.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The eye poke doesn't count. The eye poke don't count as a finish. The alleged eye poke, because it was a punch.
Should have been. Yeah, it was a punch in the eye, blinded him.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that shit. He's been finished.
I was so mad when that happened. Oh my god.
Our next fight here, we have Damon Blackshear coming off a 7-day fight. Just fought last Saturday, won by Twister versus Sugar's teammate Mario Batista. Damon Blackshear's plus 185, Mario Batista minus 225. Both similar style fighters here. It's hard to get a read on it here. So I think at that case, when you got guys like, my typical read on it is if when you got guys that are close, it's a coin toss. Give me the plus money if it's that much. But I got to see how Blackshear weighs in. I got to see how he looks on the weight. I don't know. I think both these guys go out there and look for the finish. So I seen it under 2.5 at about a minus 110, minus 115 earlier. If that's still there, I'd like that. But as far as who wins, I got to see Blackshear on the scale. I think if it's a pick 'em, give me Batista. But with this line, I think it's a lot closer. I think there's a lot of value on Blackshear if he weighs in well and looks good at the weigh-ins.
Yeah, I definitely went into this fight with a bias towards Batista just because he is one of Sugar's teammates. He's looked really good, but you can't deny the fact that Blackshear is a dog and he's a very good grappler. And that's also where Batista wants to be. So probably a stay away from me, to be honest. I might sprinkle Batista in a couple parlays because I do think that he will win, but it's just not worth the minus 225 odds.
Yeah, I got you. I respect it.
But shots Blackshear, what a dog, man, coming in, taking that fight.
I love that. I love dudes like that.
Fucking Cody.
Our next fight of the night, Neil Magny also on short notice, probably about 2 weeks notice, stepping in.
Yeah, maybe a little less even.
Yeah, he's plus 370. Ian Gary is minus 490. He is 12-0. Looks to continue to put on the show. I liked Ian Gary at the press conference today. What did Neil Magny say about hitting kids?
He said he just like disciplines his kids and like whoops them or something like that. I mean, yeah, I didn't really think it was anything too crazy. I don't think Gary does either, but Gary's good at just poking or getting under people's skin, making them mad.
Magny, little Connor vibes.
Dude, 100%. I meant to say that earlier when we were talking about the presser. Magny was probably, or not Magny, Ian Gary was probably the best at that press conference.
Yeah.
He doesn't like over talk, maybe a little bit, but most of the stuff he says is good. Good delivery, good back and forth.
Yeah,
I like him.
So Ian Gary is minus 490. 3 out of his last 5 wins are by knockout. I think he goes in there and he still has stuff to prove. He's obviously trying to make a name for himself. I think he goes in and knocks
knocks him out, so I can get knocked out by Ian Gary like minus 110, minus 115. So if he's minus 500, I can get the way he wins by a pick 'em. Give me that every time. Again, no method or not, I still think he wins this fight in convincing fashion. I love Ian Gary, so let's rock.
Yeah, dude. I almost want to get crazy on this one and listen to him. You remember before his last fight, he said he was going to finish him with I think it was a left head kick, and he did, or something like that.
What do you say this time?
He said 8 minutes in. He said, I just feel it. I'm going to finish him in 8 minutes, exactly at 8. So I almost want to bet Ian Gary to win in round 2 plus 375, just because this fight has one of those feels where he's probably going to win the first round, kind of feel it out a little bit, get the reads, and then go for it in the second round. So like I'm not going to bet a lot on it. Maybe not if I'm losing in the earlier fights, but I like Ian Gary in round 2 for a sprinkle plus 375.
I like that. I like that a lot. Now we get to our co-main event of the evening, the women's strawweight title bout, Zhang Weili minus 320 versus Amanda Lemos plus 250. I'm all over Zhang here, but I don't know, a lot of people like Lemos in this for the value. Again, for the value. I just think I'm not betting against Zhang. She's just too sharp for me, way too sharp. Championship experience. Lemos don't have that championship experience. I like this fight to finish, doesn't go the distance. I like Zhang Weili inside the distance, 1 through 5. And then also I'm gonna take a stab here at Zhang by submission. I think it's about plus 400. We're gonna take a stab at that, but we have she wins inside 1. If she wins by sub, we have the sub, and she wins inside 1 through 5. But the big bet is on she wins inside 5, so we'll go with that. But yeah, I think we'll have an and still here.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Usually, I don't like to bet on girls' fights to finish inside the distance, but I do believe that Zhang Weili is a finisher.
Yeah.
And I think Lemos lost to Andrade in her last fight, and Andrade is nowhere near on the level as Zhang. So, yeah, give me Zhang Weili inside the distance as well. My odds aren't quite as good as yours. I got minus 175. Which kind of sucks. Yeah, but you jumped on it early?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And yeah, I would go TKO over submission personally.
Yeah.
But I guess it's also way better odds for that. It's plus 140 for TKO, plus 300 for submission. So Vegas expects Zhang to get a TKO as well. Yeah. But yeah, I'll probably throw Zhang in parlays.
Again, if you don't like Zhang, or you want to have some little extra insurance, just maybe either fight her inside the distance. I don't think, again, if Lemos wins, I think she has to pull off some crazy shit and get lucky. I don't think she can drag out a decision. So if you want a little bit more security, probably just bet fight doesn't go the distance. I think that's probably your best bet.
Yeah, Vegas, surprisingly, they have the under 2.5 at minus 135. So Vegas thinks that this won't be a very long fight either. That's really surprising.
Wow, that is a crazy line. I might take the over on that. What's the over on? What's the over plus money?
Plus 105 for 2.5, plus 165 for 3.5, or plus 225 for 4.5. So
yeah, so I like my Zhang bet there. If she wins inside 1 through 5, I think I had it at minus. I got it early this week at minus 150. So I think that's the best bet. Again, if you don't like that, probably bet fight doesn't go the distance. That's probably about minus 140, minus 145.
Let me see what we got on my side. Fight doesn't go the distance. I'm not as quick as you with it. Wow, minus 350 for the fight to not go the distance.
Well, shit, and I really love my
yeah.
Zhang bet. I'm gonna have to double up on that if I can still get that good line.
That's crazy. I guess just because neither of them are really decision style fighters, they both like to go for finishes.
I'm gonna check on that right now and see if I can get even more money on that. I need to get a look at that. Go ahead and take it away, brother.
Man, we are, as Jalen said earlier, two very important sleeps for our guy, Sugar Sean O'Malley. He will be taking on Aljamain Sterling for the bantamweight title of the world. I'm sure you already know that unless you live under a rock. Dude, they've been putting Sugar on a platter to become a superstar after he wins this. I've been seeing him on ESPN, just like regular Sports Center, First
Yeah,
Take.
Sports Center.
And they only do that for very, very big fights. They don't really – ESPN's kind of whack. They don't really care about the fight game as much. On Sports Center, I guess they do put on the UFC events, but you know how I feel about ESPN. Anyway, that's not important right now. What's important is that Sugar Sean will shock the world on Saturday. I think everyone knows what we're picking already, but y'all probably just want to hear why. I'll put a little tail of the tape up there for y'all. Here we go.
I think the reach. I mean, the reach isn't as big as I thought. I think the height's a difference. But again, it's just. I think it's just. I thought about it last night, man, and I really tried to take the bias out. I tried as much as possible. You can take my word on it or not as much as I did, but I just think it's one of those things where it's just his fucking time. Like that's what it comes down to. Is just. He says it all the time. He's seen this before. He's dreamt it. He knew this was going to happen. And I just think that the stars are aligned for this to be his time. It's not next month. It's not next year. I think it's right now. And I think he goes out there and he shocks the world. I think he finishes this fight really early. I think I'd like a flying knee here or a knee when Aljo shoots, kind of how he hit Jan with that knee. But yeah, I just fucking see this shit, bro. I just think that he gets it done. Again, you can think we're biased or not. We're 100% biased, but I just feel that I get feelings, bro. If I didn't feel it, I would honestly say I don't feel it. I think there's been like Izzy fights that have scared me, and I've said it, but like I truly like really unbiasedly 100% believe like Sean O'Malley wins this fight.
Come on. I feel the same way. I bet I put the biggest bet of my life. Spoiler. I won't say the units. I don't want to get unit shamed because it's not a very big bet.
I will say if you are gonna bet Sugar, usually you know what I say. Just take the underdog and ride with it, but fuck it. I think Sugar wins by knockout. I think he has to put him away. I think he knows that. I like Sugar by knockout.
Yeah, because if Sugar's going to win, he's going to have to be hitting him. And if he hits him, there's a chance that it won't go the distance. And if it goes the distance, it's probably going to be because Aljo's laying on him or on his back. Just Sugar's having to fight stuff off. But I completely agree with you that I just have a feeling he's going to win this. Not even biased. Obviously, I'm scared. 32 out of 34 pro fighters picked Aljo to win.
He's got to shock the world. And and obviously, I think Aljo is one of the best bantamweights of all time. It's debatable. I'm not really in that boat unanimously. But again, like, yes, Aljo's different breed, but we were having the same conversation when he fought Peter Yan. No one gave him a chance. And obviously, yes, there are different styles. All Sugar had to do was beat him at his style. But I don't know. I just feel it. I think Aljo's kind of looking forward to going up. I think Aljo's real emotional in this fight. I think he kind of wants to give Rob a shot. I don't know. I'm not going to say he's not locked in for this fight. He's got to make weight. It's always an issue. Let's see if he makes weight. But it's the perfect timing, bro. I think he gets it done. Sugar's too well prepared. He's too well coached, and he goes out there and he shocks the world this time Saturday night.
I heard Coach Tim say, Aljo, I mean, everyone knows this, but Aljo's just very spazzy, very sloppy. A lot of the times when he's coming in, he's just kind of, lunging. He takes risks in order to get in good positions. Sometimes it works really well. It ends with him getting a submission. Mm-hmm. Most of the time it does, to be fair. But Sugar is the best striker he's faced. I'm sorry, Sandhagen. And if this fight was in the Apex, in that small octagon, I would probably feel less confident. Tim said it. Sugar's going to have to be on the bike this whole fight. He's going to have to be moving. He does not want to have his back up against the cage at any point. unless he's baiting him at that point, he's going to have to get him with a flying knee or something, because when Aljo latches on, it's not going to be a fun time. But I just think Sugar is greatness. He's the most talented, or one of the most talented fighters on the roster. He just has natural speed, eyes, ability. He has a style that's unique to him, the same way that McGregor's karate style was unique at the time. Like, obviously, there's other fighters with similar styles, but he has almost like a basketball feel, or just like a regular sports when he's in there, doing the dribble thing, kind of juking in and out like on a football field or something like that. It's just something that has never been seen before, his striking. And I heard Sugar say, or I think Tim said it, there's no one in that Longo Serra gym that can replicate what Sugar's doing.
No, he's with Murat.
Yeah. And Frivola.
And I think one thing that's underrated, bro, is yes, I don't think Sugar's takedowns defense is where it needs to be. But I also think he's really good on the ground. He's super active on the ground. As long as he doesn't get his back flat, I'd like him to get up for a couple times. I'd like him to kind of get a couple triangle chokes, a couple armbar attempts. Like I like him on the ground. I think if we're just jiu-jitsu, I like his jiu-jitsu a lot. If we're wrestling, Aljo. But if we're in the middle of the cage and we have time to move, I think Sugar can get a sub here from his back.
So that would be something, man. That would be one of those like Anderson Chael style triangles or something like that.
Yep.
In the 5th round, imagine that. Aljo's just been like laying on him the whole time, and Sugar gets him with a triangle. Yep. But yeah, I just think Sean is a special athlete, and you mix that with the fact that he really cares about this. He's putting everything into it. He's not leaving any boxes unchecked. He's, like you said, he's hiring scientists to make sure his sleep is properly adjusted. He's got nutritionists out there with him. He's been working towards this night for more than half a year. He's known it's probably going to be in Boston for a really long time. So I just think I don't want to say he has to get this done, but if he wants to be what Sugar says that he's going to be, this world superstar, I think he's got to win this one, man. And I think it's all aligned for him. Like you said earlier, the stars are aligned. Ever since Snoop Dogg commentated his fight, he got that break. He's just had a lot of big moments throughout his career pairing up with the Nelk boys. It's just meant to be, dude.
Yes, sir. Meant to be. Well, let's go up and throw the full bets for the card. Let's get into this. I'm going to try and win my money back from last week. I like a lot of plus money stuff here that I like to hit that.
That's not
I
it.
like maybe to get our money back here.
It's going to be about 5 seconds. My bad.
Yeah, brother. It's all good. It's all good.
Still get, I'm not a real tech guy. I'm a fake tech
no, it's
guy.
all good. It's all good.
We'll get there one day.
I'll go ahead and get into it. The first fight of the night, Karine Silva versus Marina Moraz. These two have actually fought before. Moraz, who's the underdog now, actually submitted Silva. So she beat her. Silva is 16-4, and she has 16 finishes, and she's the favorite. So again, we tend to look at who's the favorite, how do they win, and then you kind of look at them to win by that way. Moraz has finished 7 of her 11 wins. I would lean toward Moraz here to win. I think she's already beat her. I think she's still young enough to where she hasn't really got worse. But I'm just going to play it safe here to start the night off. See one fall. I'm going to go under 2.5 at plus 110. We're going to risk 100 to win 110 there. Our next bet of the night, we're going to go to GM3. Like I said earlier, I just think that Petrovsky's not that great on the feet. I think Petrovsky's way of winning is he likes to go to the ground. And if we go to the ground, I'll take my chances with a GM3 there. Again, freaking 27 sub win. So give me GM3 to win plus 200. Our next fight, Austin Hubbard and Kurt Holloway. This one kind of scares me here. Again, laying my faith in the judges. But I just think Hubbard wins. I don't want to lay the 170. I would look for an over 2.5 here probably, but I think Hubbard wins. So Give me Hubbard by decision plus 125. We're going to go 100 to 125 on that. And then Vera and Munoz under 2.5. I love that. I love that number plus 305 for all the reasons I said. I think Cheeto has to go out and look for a finish in exciting fashion to get his title shot. I also look at Vera plus 400 by TKO. So we're going to take under 2.5 at plus 300, trying to double up on that. Hopefully TKOs him in the first or second, and we cash big on that one. Yeah, that'll be a big one. Then we're going to go in Gary by knockout. Big favorite, 5-1 favorite. Again, 5-1 favorite. How does he win? He wins by knockout. So if I can get him by knockout and close to a pick'em, give me Gary by TKO minus 115. We're going to risk 100 to 187 there. And then the one that I like even more now, we're going to go Zhang inside the distance minus 150. It's shot up now. So give me, again, fight to not go distance is minus 225. So they're saying the fight's not going the distance. If it doesn't go the distance, give me the person who's minus 300. So give me Zhang. That's my I honestly, it might be my favorite bet. I might double up on that if I can get that same number. Then I'm going to take a stab here at Zhang by sub. She won her last win by sub. I think maybe a little club and sub. Throw that on there. Again, hopefully we win both there. We cash out big. And then we're going to hit Suga plus 200. We might just go the whole bankroll on him if we're up on the night. Even if we're down, and I think he just saves the day. Save the day, Suga. Plus 200 again. I would look to take him by knockout, but I just want to take the win and celebrate. Because I also think you can sub him here. I mean, I would throw a stab. I think I've seen sub like plus 1,400. Throw a little stab at that. Throw a little lunch money on that, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go Suga and Aljo ends inside the distance minus 150. I just think either way, whoever wins this fight, I think it ends inside the distance. I think either Suga knocks him out or Aljo subs him. I don't think this fight goes 5 rounds at all. So give me that. And then we're gonna get to our parlay. Again, I said I'd like Austin Hubbard. Give me Austin Hubbard minus 170. Again, Cheeto Vera, one of my favorite plays on the card. Give me Vera minus 185. Brad Tavares. Sorry, Chris Lemon. I love to see you win, but I just think Brad Tavares gets it done. Again, I still think the line's off, but I still think Tavares wins. So throw him in the parlay for me. Give me Ian Gary minus 500 just to juice it up. And then give me Zhang Weili minus 328, minus 330. That parlay is 50 to win 212. I think it was like plus 4 or something, but 50 to win 212 is about plus 400. So yeah, let's rock, baby. I think we hit a couple of those, and I think we get our money back. Yeah, I don't think we win more than we lose record wise, but I think the ones we win, we hit big, and I think that brings our plus money up. So that's what I'm hoping for, baby.
I see a lot of wins in there.
Yeah,
I see a lot.
I hope so. Hopefully that shit's all green when we come back here on Monday.
Come on, man. I think we'll be positive, or you'll be positive, like even counting last week after this week.
Appreciate it. I hope so. Are you coming into town Friday?
Friday night, yeah. I'll probably get there at like 9:30.
Cool. Well, we'll be on the course Saturday, then we'll come back for the live show, the live reactions. It's a big day. It's a big weekend. And if it ends how we think it's going to end Saturday, we might just rage it all the way through Saturday night to Sunday morning. Just being real. I was
thinking that. We might see the sun come up.
I'm just being real. I might fuck if the bets hit and Sugar win. Yeah, might just have to, or just meet him in Arizona. We can drive.
Hey, tell Rondo to hook us up with some plane tickets to Boston.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a great weekend. I cannot wait to see you, brother. I cannot wait for these fights. You know, we're excited again and get to watch another Sugar fight with you, becoming a tradition. So let's get it.
And we have a live episode during the prelims on Saturday. Maybe we'll switch over to IG for the main or something. You never know. We'll see how it's going in there. And also, I'll be wearing this same shirt, but I'm washing it tonight, so don't try and call me a sicko or anything like that.
Can we go like live on the YouTube and then live on IG or no?
At the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like we could do them both on StreamYard. Just have it both be going on here. I'm going to do that. Twitter too.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right, then. Let's go, baby. You got anything else before we get out of here?
I don't, brother. I just can't wait. Getting anxious. Go get your workout in. Go get your lifts in. Feel good. I'm feeling great, baby. I feel like I'm ready to fight. So let's go, baby.
Bro, I was gonna say this is if Sugar wins, this is the closest I'll ever feel to winning a UFC title in my life. So I'm gonna treat it like I did win the UFC title after Sugar wins.
Let's get it.
So let's go, baby. I will see you soon. I cannot wait either.
Yep,
Doses.
USA.